Hello and welcome again to Creations Art Camp Quarantine Edition. I'm Tracy Nisley, the Minister of Music at the Village Church, and this is my daughter Sierra. And today we're going to make Ojos de Dios, which are God's Eye string art. These are some of the ones we've already made, and you're going to learn how to do that. In order to do that today, the supplies you will need, I don't have strings everywhere. You will need 2 sticks. We're using popsicle sticks because that's what I have. I have a lot of popsicle sticks. You can even, if you don't have popsicle sticks, go outside and pick up just regular sticks. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It can be any sticks. And string. Just string. It can be any color, any shape, any size. Longer string's a little bit easier. It's raining string on me. But this is all you need. You're going to be making a cross out of them. If you have glue, sometimes it helps if you put a little dot of glue and you glue the sticks together to make it like a plus sign. That's what you're going to do. They're going to look like this when you finish. But we don't have ours glued together. And let's say you had sticks from outside. They might not be glued together. So let's tell you how to do that. You're going to take this and you're going to wrap your string around it about 3 times. Okay? You ready? You want me to help? Wrap your string around it. And wrap your string. Kind of go over it 3 times.
Go over the string?
Yep, go over the string 3 times.
That's 3.
And then you're going to kind of open them up into a plus sign. Might have to do it. It depends on how tight you did it. You're going to open it up to where it makes an X or a plus sign. Whoop, I stuck my stick too far. And when you do that, then you're going to go around and make an X with the string and go around the center of it. So you kind of pull these together and go around the other side.
I'm trying to make it straight.
And go through this, go around one stick. There you go, now go over the X. That's it. So that when you finish, now if you already had your sticks glued together, I need you to go ahead and wrap your string around one way, and then wrap your string around the other way to where you have an X. Okay, are we all together with an X across the center of the 2 sticks? Fantastic. The next step, so the next step is you're going to go around and up and over. So around the back of it and around the front of one stick. And then you're going to cross 2 sticks and then around that one stick. Cross 2, around 1. Gotta turn it. Cross. You're going to go across 2 sticks and around 1 stick. Turn. Across 2 sticks and around 1 stick. Turn it, across 2 sticks and around 1. On top of 2, over 2, under 1. See if I could do it backwards. So you're going to go over and under. Then go from that one to this one. Turn it, over 2, under 1. Over 2, under 1. Once you get the hang of it, you can kind of go a little faster.
Like me.
Over 2, under 1. Over 2, under 1. And you keep going all the way. So while we're doing our God's Eye, Ojos de Dios, I'm going to tell you a little devotional of why I chose to do this craft this week. Well, Ojos de Dios was originally done in Mexico and in South America and Central America. And what they would do is they would, as a child was born, start this. And each year they would expand it. And what it was a prayer that God's eye would be with them and watching them for their entire life. Well, the truth of the matter is this. God is watching us. And He is following us for our entire lives because He loves us very much. In Zechariah chapter 2, it says, "Whoever touches you touches the apple of His eye." Well, in the original Hebrew of the text, Zechariah, the phrase, the apple of His eye, It's more translated as the little man in his eye. So little man, because when you look at somebody's eyes, look at me. If you look at my eye, in the pupil, you can kind of see your reflection. You can see your own reflection in it. You see the little man. And see, when we look at God, we see our reflection. When God looks at us, we want him to see his reflection. So this is kind of figuratively, but in the Psalms, it says, the eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, but the face of the Lord is against those who do evil. See, sin turns our eyes away from God, but whenever we are looking to God and we're following God's commands, we look back to God, we are reminded of his steady gaze of love. Even when we sin, we're reminded of his steady gaze of love because he loved us. Clear all the way through with Jesus Christ. God turned his face away from his son for our sake, and now the eyes of the Father are focused because of Christ. His eyes are focused on us. We are the apple of his eyes. We are his creation. We are loved, and we will forever be loved. And he wants us to look at him to where he is the little man in our eyes. See, when we turn our eyes away, that little man disappears. So in order to follow God, we've got to stay focused on God and his love, and things will go. So, as I stopped, because I was talking, she finished. So let's quickly finish. You go around 1 over 2. Around 1 over 2.
I had
so
a little
you just
trouble
keep going.
with this, like the ending.
Now, some of you who like to do things a little fancier, you can change it up. And you know how you were going over 2 and under 1? You could change it up and go under 2 and over 1. And what happens, honey, what you doing, baby girl? She's got ants in her pants. You can, when you change it up and you go the opposite, you get a different layered effect.
Yeah.
And you can do as many. You can do multiple strings if you wanted to do different colors. There's all sorts of things that you can do for the God's eyes. And when you finished, an easy way of kind of creating a knot is you twist it and then you pull it over that and you pull it.
I did
so
it
you
a
made
different way.
a little knot.
And
then you can cut it and you have a knot.
I did it a different way. I went around, and then the second time around, I put it over my finger and crossed it up and pushed this through.
So you just want to tie a knot around the last stick so that then it kind of hangs. Now if you have glue at home, sometimes after you finish it, you can put a little dab of glue right where you finished. And after you put that little dab of glue on there, it'll dry and it'll be on there forever.
This is cool.
You don't have to do just 2 sticks. This one, I put 3 sticks on it in the same process. You just go over 1 and around 2, and it made a little hexagon.
This is cool.
Some people in the Navajo American Indians, the Navajo Indians do 8. They put this together, and then they put another one together, and they would make it with 8 sticks going around the sides. It's really kind of cool. But when you finish, I want you to hang this up and let this be a prayer that you would always remember that God's eyes, which are full of love and mercy, his eyes will always be upon you. And for you to experience God's love and mercy, you need to fix your eyes upon him. So next week, we are going to be doing a watercolor resist painting project. You will need, again, a white piece of paper,
a crayon,
a white crayon, and watercolor paint.
And water.
So thank you again for joining us this week as we made our Ojos de Dios and God's Eye, and we invite you to join us next week for Creations Art Camp Quarantine Edition.